10:30 this evening. In the first section, the rights-holding broadcasters will get 3 questions each. And in the second section, because of numbers, we'll do 2 questions each initially. We'll work through the entire room, and if there's time, we'll come back to questions again at the end. And just a final reminder to please use the raised hand feature in the specific section you have a question for, so that we can come around to you. Okay, we'll start off with Jeremy for Sky Sports.
Hi, Ralph. You okay?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, sad news today, Ralph, about Gerard Houllier. I understand that when you were the RB Leipzig manager, he was doing some scouting for you. What are your memories of him, and what tribute would you like to pay?
Yeah, fantastic football knowledge man. I think he did a fantastic job in Leipzig, brought us some really very good players. Learned him with Ralph Rangnick at the time when I was working there, and really sad news that he's gone.
What's the team news for Arsenal on Wednesday night after Sheffield United? Any fresh injury news, and how are you going to get Nathan Redmond into the team after that goal?
Yeah, so far, surprisingly, everybody tells us that he's fit and wants to play again. So it's normal when a team is successful that nobody thinks he's then tired. We must have a look tomorrow. So far, no injuries. A few tight muscles, but to be honest, I cannot tell you today how good they will feel tomorrow. We have tomorrow a light session, but until Wednesday, I think we know more, and haven't decided now what options we have.
And what about Nathan Redmond, Ralph, after that goal on Sunday? He's making quite a claim, isn't he, to be in the starting 11 again?
Yeah, sure. This is what I expect from every guy who comes in and gets the chance to play. I think we know that he already gives us quality when he's coming from the bench. This is important, especially in the end of a game. We have on this 10 position 4 fantastic players, and we can always select what the best option is for us. And I think Theo did a good job. Stewick scored again, so it's not easy to come in there. But we will have a look how fit the other guys are, and then we can decide it.
So, Ralph, it's Arsenal next. And 2 years ago this week, Arsenal was your first win as Southampton manager. But Southampton have never won in the Premier League at Arsenal. In fact, haven't won at Arsenal in the league until 1987. It's 33 years ago. Can you break that run on Wednesday night?
I only remember the last game when we've played there, and we normally must win 3-4-1, and then we in the end draw against them. So it could have been this win, and you wouldn't have to ask me this question. But I don't give so much on stats. It doesn't have to do anything with the game tomorrow. We have a new team. They have a new team, a new manager. We are concentrating on a very, very tough game against a strong side with good players. They also played well yesterday, I think. They were definitely able to win this game, and so many chances they had. And we know that it's tough there. You don't need to have the stats that I know that it's tough to win there. But we go there with everything, with every positive experience we have made so far, and then try to do the best.
But they've lost their last 4 home games, and you've been so good on the road since Project Restart. I mean, only losing at Crystal Palace. I mean, you must be playing with such confidence that you feel you can get something.
Yeah, but you never can take a stat for telling you how easy or how difficult it will get. So it's always difficult, and we never feel that we are in a even if you are above them in the table, that we are something like the favorite in this game. No, it's a good side with a also fantastic game with the ball. What was missing a little bit in the last games was the scoring. So for us, it's to be again on the highest level of our game. And otherwise, we lost the last game against them at home 2-0, and didn't score. So we know how tough it is against Arteta and Arsenal, and we must be very careful tomorrow.
Just finally from me, it's a special match, of course, for Theo Walcott. He spent 12 years at Arsenal. How much do you think he's looking forward to going back there on Wednesday?
I don't know. I know that he played there. This is also not an argument for me to say he must immediately play there, even if he's maybe tired after the last game. I think he played there since he was gone there for Everton maybe once or more often, I don't know. Yes, maybe it's a special game for him. For me, this is not a part of what I take in my decisions, what I decide on the number 10 position.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, we'll go to Paul at Premier League.
Hi, Ralph. Hope you're well.
Yeah, thank you.
Take you back to that game at the Emirates last year. How significant was that game, even though the result didn't go your way? I've heard it sort of referred to as a turning point. Was that the start of this journey that you've been on since?
Yes, you can say that, definitely. It was an interesting game for us, and the first time we played in the shape we are still playing now. The moment where we throw all the other things overboard, it was the first game after international break, and we changed everything. They were really expecting us playing a back five, and then we came with the 4-2-2 and did a fantastic game, I think, there. Played really good. And yes, it was the start of, I think since then we have taken a lot of points in the Premier League. And yeah, as you see, sometimes such games can give you a completely turnaround. And yeah, this is the reason why you also must be careful of any opponent who is struggling, because they can also take such a game for a good turnaround. So be careful, be focused, do the best you can do for winning the game. We have played this season 3 times against the top 6 teams and only took a point against Chelsea. And the other 2 games against Tottenham and Man United, we were always winning. And then a little bit too naive to take all the points we could take, maybe. So we must learn from these games, and these next games are a good challenge for us against Arsenal and Man City to show ourselves that we can now also, winning until the last minute.
And I know the system has been developing and improving game by game, week by week, but from yesterday, looking at yesterday, how much better suited are you now to breaking down teams that sit back and come to St Mary's to defend?
Yeah, I mean, it looked a little bit easier yesterday as it was, I think. You must have the goal in the right moment. We did it right before the halftime. What was definitely impressive was the first 20-25 minutes, because we played very disciplined, very organized, with always stressing them, with a lot of also good balls in behind, good runs, good combinations. They had only one chance in the first 30 minutes, I think. So it was, a very complete performance, I think. And this is what I told the players today also. Teams like Sheffield, and they sit deep, and they cannot cause us problems in the future, because we have learned to find ways to play through deep defending teams. And this was a big topic in the last months, how to do it, because we knew that we are a good pressing team, and when the team doesn't want to build up against us anymore and only plays long, then you don't get a lot of ball wins in the opposition half, and then you need to have solutions with the ball. And I think we have shown now that we can also have this part of our game developed, and this is important. And it was good to see, and never boring or slow. It was always intense, always stressing them, always trying to find a way through the lines or in behind. And this is how it should be with the ball.
So do you go to Arsenal this week now with more weapons in this team than you've ever had, more systems and approaches than you've had in the past, perhaps?
Oh, I wouldn't say weapons, but more automatism, I think, and more behaviors that help us to control the game. Sometimes we want to be active with the ball. Against the ball, we are always active, and I think this doesn't even mean that we save energy. It's also an intense game. Yesterday we also had massive sprints to do, and also with the ball, you have to move all the time. Otherwise, it's not really stressing the opponent. But yes, I think we are a little bit further, but that is not enough for winning against the top 6 team. Against the top 6 team, you want to win, you must also defend like a commit unit all the time, because otherwise they have so much quality when they're entering the box. You cannot avoid every chance. So they will have chances, but then you must at the end defend like Burnley did yesterday, also on the line if it's necessary, throw in every shot and keep the clean sheet if it's possible.
Good luck this week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. We'll go to Adam Blackmore, Radio Solent.
Ralph, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Adam.
Do the wins over Brighton and Sheffield United allow you to go into these next 2 games, and like you said, against top 6 sides where you're not expected to win, but do they allow you to go in there with pressure off? Does it help the players' mentality that you've got those 6 points in the bag and can attack the Arsenal and Man City games without worry?
I think to find the right balance is the most important thing against these teams, because we know about our quality now. We know that we can have self-confidence, but the difference between self-confidence and a little bit, what is the word in English? Überheblich. A little bit too much self-confidence, let me say it like this, ends up in a disaster when you too risky. Yeah, but I mean, we have definitely learned to manage the game well, and this will be important tomorrow also. You cannot only run against the ball and only hunt and only work against the ball. You need to have also sometimes possession, keep them away from your box. And we learned to do this, and we want to show this also against the teams like Man United. We did it good against Man United, but not long enough and not clinical enough, I think. And this is why you need also a good bench tomorrow, a good sub tomorrow. This can help us in the end to get another quality on the pitch. So hopefully we are better prepared and can do it over 90 minutes to stress them.
To quote yourself a few weeks ago, a nice phrase you used was, you like being the Pirates. And many people, neutral, looking at Arsenal's form and yours, will actually say, possibly for the first time in a long, long time, you going there as favourites. Mm-hmm. Is that part of the challenge for the team to deal with that they might be expected to get something at the top 6 side for a rare time?
No, I don't think that anybody expected that we go there and dominate then or something. Nobody expects this. It would be stupid to think it. I don't feel as a favorite to go to Arsenal. Now I can use the stats. We have never won there since, 34 years. It's perfect. Now I can use it. So nobody wants to be the favorite. But it's about favorite or not favorite. It's not really interesting for the game. I think the mentality must be that we are convinced about what we are doing, but find a good balance of not forgetting about the basics, what has brought us to this situation that we are in now, that what has managed us to be there. And this is a very, very disciplined football in all 4 parts of our game, or 5 parts of our game, with the set pieces, which are also very important in the last games against for us.
What do you think of Arsenal, finally, from me? Because obviously they're getting a lot of criticism. You feel like Arteta's trying to go through an evolution and change what they're doing for the long term. What do you think about them as a side?
Yeah, this is the problem from all the managers and on the big 6 teams. Winning is normal, losing is a disaster, and that means you have a winner during the week in the EuroLeague. But it doesn't count because it's not the Premier League, so they count the last 2 games in the Premier League. I know this. I had this also. And then finally you end up with 4 home games not win. Then they take the home games, what you haven't won. I only can say what I have seen so far. And I've seen a game against Tottenham where they were playing really around the box like handball and couldn't score. And yesterday it was nearly the same against a side where you normally have to win. Yes, they had also the chances to win this game with a fantastic goalkeeper and then a silly red card. a stupid situation. But the rest is a team that has still a lot of qualities. When you see the offensive players, every one can hurt you, and we must pay attention for all the stress they have. But we go there with self-confidence, but not with self-confidence that makes us stupid, hopefully.
Thank you for your time. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, we'll go to Engin at Esport Turkey. Engin, you just need to come off mute. There we go.
Yeah, sorry. Hello, Ralph.
Hello.
In the last 2 weeks, Mikel Arteta has been putting a big emphasis on the crosses for the attacking efficiency. Southampton, as of now, is the side with the least open play crosses in the Premier League, but your team is quite efficient. How do you see crossing as a mean of attacking? And is there a strategy of Southampton attending so few open play crosses?
I mean, it's an important tool to stress the opponent, definitely. If you make crosses when you have entered the box with enough players, that can stress every opponent. This is a very good tool, I think, to be dangerous, to create some threats for the opponent. Maybe the reason why we are not so often crossing in the game is that we have a different shape. We have the photo to do not really the winger, the wide winger, who then maybe makes these crosses. And that's the reason that we are maybe more often coming through the center. But I think it's when you're in the right situation and you wait for the right moment, then it is an absolutely good tool to score. And it's about the right moment to find when you cross. And then I think it's definitely a good opportunity.
Thank you. And the second one is the expected goals ranking. Southampton is really overperforming in that set, which is like around 9 goals more than the expected goals Southampton would have scored. Do you expect these numbers to normalize a little bit during the season, or does this point out to the level of finishing of the Southampton team, which means with such prolific strikers and a free kick masters like James Ward-Prowse, this is an area where Saints would excel during the whole season?
The first thing, I don't give so much on stats. Last year, I can remember that we had exactly the opposite. We had much more expected or less expected goals that we had chances we had. So we didn't score so much. But this season, I think it's different. Maybe because we score more often from the set pieces. So it's an important part of our game now when we are dominant and more around the box. I think then you have automatically more free kicks, more corners, and where we are very, very successful in the last game. So it's good. To be honest, we don't really take care so much about scoring because it comes automatically. We take more care about bringing the players in the position where we want them to be and what raises the chances to score maybe. But we don't concentrate exactly on our behaviors in the box. Or a little bit, yes, I would say it's a little bit not the most important part, what we are focusing on. It's more important to come there in these areas than what happens there, because it's a lot about individual quality. You also don't want to give them too many advices, because then they are a little bit blocked in their decision making. So we must be careful what you tell them to do there.
Thank you.
Thank you.